Hey there, this is Denise with Modern Priscilla Tarot and Tarot at 12, and this is Pick a Card. Today's question, will I find love? So let us find out. Okay, today we are using Anna Kay, and we're going to set out 4 piles. The question again is, will I find love? So what we're going to do, we're going to put out 4 piles. Each pile will have 4 tarot cards. We are also going to pull an overall energy card. This will be an oracle card, and this oracle deck I'm using is the Echoes of Nature. So let us see what we've got. One more tarot card, and then we'll go ahead and shuffle and spread out our oracle card. Right. Will I find love? General energy for will I find love? Okay. Set one on each pile. Okay. Set that aside. Let's spread these out. If I can get them, there we go. This oracle card's kind of large, so it's knocking my screen. Okay. So what I'm going to ask, if you need more time, please feel free, pause the video, and I will put timestamps into the descriptions, so that way you can jump ahead or skip around as you need to. So what I'm going to do is invite you to get calm, see where your attention is drawn, think of the question, will I find love? And if numbers are something that you pay attention to, the number 1 is typically for new beginnings, opportunity. Number 2s are typically for balance and partnership. The number 3 is typically for creativity, social interactions. And the number 4 is for manifestation, for having enough. So select a pile number 1, and pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4, and let's get started. Pile number 1. Let's see what the overall energy is. Small influences, that's our overall energy. Let's see how this all ties together. Move that, excuse me. Get it out of the way there. Okay. All right. So what are we looking at? Will you find love? Yes, indeed, you will. You will find love. Here we have our King of Rods. Now, as you can see, he's moving forward, and he's moving forward confidently. He is carrying his rod and his flag, and he's, just moving forward. He's moving over here to the Page of Cups. Now, the Page of Cups. Cups is the suit of love and emotion. And pages, are typically new information. So a new message coming in. This is about, somebody who's coming in, a little bit of an introvert, a little bit of to themselves, small influences. I'm thinking that this is connected, perhaps somebody that you might know, somebody that you kind of see as a little shy and quiet, but they definitely can speak their mind. They definitely can make an influence, small influence, but they are a little bit more quiet. Here we have our Hermit, and this is about kind of being alone, thinking, and trying to decide what's going on. So what this is saying to me is, yes, you will find love, but what you're going to need to do is you need to look into places where you kind of never thought to look. People who, didn't necessarily stand out to you before. But with a second look and a little reflection, you might see, hey, there is a gem under the surface here. Things are going to move quickly once things get going. But again, I see a lot of kind of figuring it out. The small influences mean, the small influences this person makes. Quiet. Judgment here. This is about being resurrected. This is about being brought up into the light. So this is you finding love. So yes, you will find love. Pay attention to the people that are around you who are more quiet or who you might not have necessarily really paid much attention to before. You need to kind of open your eyes there and see and look for those small influences. Looks good, pile one. Pile number two. All right, let's get the overall energy. Speaking out. Let's find out what we've got for you, pile two. Will I find love? Okay. I'm seeing what's going on right now is it might be a little bit of a slow going. The Six of Swords is moving along. It's a positive forward movement type of journey, but it is going a little bit slowly, which is fine. You can ride the water, you can learn, you can enjoy yourself, you can keep your eyes open. But this journey, it will result in some happiness. I do see here with the Queen of Rods, which is Wands, and look, they're kind of running right into each other, aren't they? So yes, there is a potential for some happiness here. The Queen of Rods is typically somebody who's really in charge and really is on top of everything. Someone who's very successful, lots of energy, lots of passion, lots of heat. Wands are all about action. So, while it might be slow getting to meet this person, when you do, it's going to just really start on fire. We're just going to really keep moving. Now, speaking out, this to me, what this might represent here would be you might need to be the one to ask somebody out on a date or to initiate that conversation. But definitely, I do see it coming. What's it running into? We have our Two of Pentacles. Now, this is kind of about staying balanced and kind of juggling things. I'm wondering if this person, you and this person may not live in the same town. You're having to kind of juggle locations. Maybe you're juggling work schedules. Maybe this person's work schedule and your schedule don't mesh, or they're just hard to line up. And this might seem like a problem, and especially living in a different state, a different country, long distance, you might feel like this is really hard. But what the tarot is encouraging to you to do is to look at things from a different perspective. Speaking out. This is about keeping, your conversation, your communication going. When you're struggling with this, feeling like, wow, it's, I don't know how we're going to do this. You need to have a conversation about it, because then you might be able to see things from a different perspective. The two of you might be able to come up with a plan. So the answer is yes. I do believe you're going to find some love. It might be somebody from in a long distance type of relationship, or you're just not meshing on schedules or what have you. But talking together by speaking out, and telling your concerns so they can be addressed, I think everything's going to be great. Look at our queen there. Nice. All right, pile two looks good. Pile number three. All right, the general energy with our oracles, looking farther out. That is our general energy. Let's see how they all pull together. The question is, will I find love. Oh, how nice. Okay. So remember our energy here that is kind of overseeing, if you will, the spread, looking farther out. So I think you're, struggling, trying to find, maybe even trying to meet people, finding that, you're meeting people and they end up being jerks or, people you can't trust. And what this card is saying, the energy here is encouraging you to look further out. Look out of your current sphere. Look out of where you normally look. I mean, if you're normally using a dating site, switch it up. Go to a different dating site. I can see here you're being kept out of that true love, kept away from that successful date. Being kept out, though, that doesn't need to stay that way. By looking further out, by switching it up, you can turn the tide and make things go a little bit smoother, which is awesome because I do see that happening. And we've got the Lovers. This is wonderful. So it looks like, by switching it up a bit, by not feeling, that you're confined to your options, look further out, switch it up, you will meet somebody, and then some big changes are coming. So the love is there. And the big changes, well, that's whatever you two decide to do. You need to be looking further out, though. And in fact, where you take this love, whether that means marriage or family or whatever, that is completely wide open. Looking further out means also to be planning for the future. Now, you can't map out your relationship from the immediate point when you meet and, map it out day to day, hour to hour. That's obviously ridiculous. But looking further out means to be always looking for the bigger picture. When you have small problems in the relationship, always be looking at that further out. Look further out and see what this truly means. The underlying current of this true love will solve all. Look further out. And then the big change. Yeah. So pile 3, it's looking good. Looking good for you. Pile number 4. Okay, pile 4. Let's flip the oracle card for the overall energy. It's being sly. Now let's see how it affects with our tarot cards, how it pulls in. The question is, will I find love? Okay. Being sly is the overall energy for what we're seeing here. Now, being sly can mean being sneaky. It can also mean being deceptive. But it can also mean solving problems effortlessly, just being able to, being sly, meaning you're solving the problems. People will look at you and be like, wow, I don't even know what happened, but it's all better. So being sly means being able to influence things on a level that people don't even realize they're being influenced. Does that make sense? Okay. So will you find love? We've got some real stability here. We've got some real power. We've got some real showing of a force. So I believe somebody's going to come in, or some kind of major change is going to make you move on to a brighter shore, meaning looking for more. This is the 8 of Cups. Now, Cups is the suit of love and emotion. And as you can see here, there are things there, the cups that this woman is walking away from. She's leaving the cups, and where is she going? She's looking for more. She's looking for, now, again, having a relationship is not just about all of the stars and fireworks in the beginning. It's looking for the depth, looking for, that greater purpose and that greater depth. I guess that's the best word. I can't even think of another word. So moving on and looking for that. So being sly, trying to figure out a way. This sounds to me like you might know somebody already who potentially would be this person for you. And again, being sly does not necessarily have to be a negative connotation. It doesn't necessarily mean being sneaky. It could mean just being slick, you know, just coming on in. So it looks like you are going to be looking for something. You are stable, you are secure, and you know what you're looking for. Now, while you're looking, I think that perhaps, you know, you might start dating people. You might start, you know, hooking up with people over social media or through friend groups. And you're going to be finding like, wow, these people are just totally not worth my time, or oh my, I don't like any of these people, or whatever. The dating process, though, is important because we have to find out what we don't like in order to find out what we do like. So that will free you up. This is about walking into the dating process. Now, again, you are strong. You know what you're doing. You are paying attention to the details and picking up on those intuitive little signals, and you're adjusting course as you go. You're being sly, and you are the emperor. So you are, you know, perhaps going to be seeing people who you're like, I don't know about that. With our Five of Cups here, I can see that, you know, it might make you feel a little bit like, well, this isn't working, or everything I'm trying is not working. I'm not being, you know, sly and being able to slip in. I'm not being the emperor. Well, you need to not think that. You need to continue to know that you are the emperor. Here with our Five of Cups, I see that you're going to be crying over some broken cups. Things aren't working. You notice in this card, like I said, there's broken cups. He's super upset. He's like, oh, but look at all these cups that are over here. He's looking at the duds, the ones that didn't work out, the dates that stunk, you know, whatever, the duds. You've got more, so don't give up. So what this is saying is persevere. There are cups here. There is love for you. So yes, you will find love. It might take some trial and error and some dating practice. You might have to go through some duds, but don't let yourself be like this guy crying over the ones that didn't work. Remember, there are more cups over there. You just need to turn and see them and pick up on those intuitive messages. Listen to your gut. You know how to do this, and it should be effortless. So don't let yourself get caught up here like the Eight of Swords. Looking good, pile 4. Nice. All righty. Well, I hope that you've enjoyed this pick a card. I hope it is helpful. I'd like to remind you to please subscribe to my channel and make sure you hit that bell. That will give you notifications when I pop up with pick a card videos, with surprise live streams. And keep in mind, I do my daily live stream every day at 12 p.m. Central Time, where I read free questions for you for an hour. So keep that in mind. Hit subscribe, join the family, and I will see you next time.